Please welcome one tough mother, Jerri Green.
Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm glad we have the lights on, but I'll try not to talk too long because I know the mosquitoes are going to like them. So, my name is Jerri Green, and I plan to be the next governor of the great state of Tennessee. Megan mentioned I've been here a lot. It's not just because I really do like Megan. If y'all know Megan, you know. But you can always clap for her. It is also because this is a really important place to us as we started looking out across the state about whether this was possible. Could a Democrat actually take back Tennessee? Could we flip this state and shock the world? And Sumner County was one of the places we knew we needed to focus on. And let me tell you something, you guys are doing all right. Not only are you running amazing candidates, but I just checked in the car before I got out, and the Democratic vote is up 137% here. That's because of the work that this party and all of you are doing. Let's check around the room. Who has done some postcard writing? That's really important. It's hard to knock every door, but a handwritten postcard really makes a difference, especially in rural areas. Anybody done text banking or texted a friend? All right. Look, that's a great thing for those of you who hate to talk to people. Find a text bank. What about phone banking? Anybody done phone banking? My mom makes 100 calls for my campaign every day. I know. Sweet mom. She's also kind of a secret weapon. So I'm gonna give you guys a trick that you can use. So she calls and she says, "Hey, I'm Debbie. I'm calling for Jerri Green's campaign. Do you have a second?" And they say, "Yes." And she goes, "And I'm her mom." And inevitably they stop and talk to her. So if you need to be my mom, if that will make phone banking easier for you, it's allowed. Dads, whatever you need. All right, let's really test the crowd. Who's been out canvassing, door knocking, talking to your neighbors in this heat? Look at all these people that did not die from talking to people on their doors. That's one of the hardest things that you can do. But as Mandy said, these races are hard. But what I tell my kids every day and what these shirts say behind me are, hard is not impossible. Everything seems inevitable until it isn't. People want you to believe that this race is done and over. And I tell you it is not. Not just because look at us here in Sumner County tonight. Y'all could be anywhere. It's a Friday night. But you're here talking to us, listening to your candidates, getting ready to get out the vote. That's important. And we are seeing it across this state. Guys, by the time I reach August 6th, I will have made 150 stops across this state. And just for the record, all of them are open to the public, all of them are open to press, and I always take questions because if you're wondering, I talk to Tennesseans every day. Yes, Marsha's been having a rough week. We hate to see it for her. Gonna try to stay positive tonight. Okay. But I do. I talk to Tennesseans every day. And I am going to continue to have those conversations because we are going to win on August 6th. Let me just be clear. We feel good about that. But that's not when this race ends. That's just the next step. Then the real hard part of this becomes really important. So while I want you to get out the vote for these down ballot candidates, swing these seats, 400, 600 votes, y'all can do that. You can do that. And it matters when you do. Look, I am on the Memphis City Council. I won that seat by a whopping 56 votes. When I got elected, not only was I the first Democrat to ever hold that seat in our 200-year history, we also ushered in our first female majority in the city's history on the council. And it matters. No offense to all you fellas in the room, we love you too. But you know what we did this past budget? We passed paid family leave for the first time in our city's 200-year history. We put money in our budget for homeless families so mothers that have 16-year-old sons don't have to be separated into different shelters but can be housed together. We put money into foster youth who are transitioning out of the system because they have no safety net. We put money in public transportation to ensure that it's free before Mom Donnie did, because we know that most of our bus riders are women who are moms who live in poverty. It matters when you have people like that at the table. So, if I can win by 56 votes, y'all can get out there and flip these seats too, and it will make a difference in people's lives. And then we're going to do all those things I just told you, because we're going to start making a difference in the lives of all of Tennesseans. See, when I get elected, we're going to start focusing on the things people actually care about. I have talked to people and had them cry in my arms at almost every stop. Y'all look around, one of you's probably going to cry on me later. It's okay, you're not the first, you won't be the last. The people are being bankrupt by medical bills. They are worried about their daughter-in-laws and their high-risk pregnancies. They are worried about putting groceries on the table every night and being able to afford it, especially when our wages are still at $7.25 an hour. We can change all of that. I want you guys to know that we are not going to wait to get to work. When I become governor, you heard that right, we're going to get to work day one. We are going to pay off medical debt. We're going to use our TANF funds. We're going to take 10 million of them. We're going to turn it into $1 billion of medical debt erased on day one. That will help over 100,000 Tennessee families. I know that sounds like pie in the sky, so let me tell you how I know that's true, and it's probably an underestimate. I, on the city council, get $200,000 in grant money every year. I don't like it. I don't think I should be a philanthropist with your dollars. But this year, I'm requesting that my money go to pay off medical debt for people in Memphis using the exact program that I want to do on the state level. So I called the organization that does this. They're called Undo Debt. You can look them up. I said, if I have $200,000, can we pay off $2 million worth of debt? Because pennies on the dollar, right? And how many Memphians would that help? She said, let me look, and I'll call you back. She called me back, and she said, well, the most we can take from you because of the debt that we have already bought is $159,000. That will pay off $17 million in debt for over 12,000 Memphians. Now imagine what we could do with $2 million. We can take $50 million and pay off the child care waiting list right away, because child care is more expensive than college right now, and it is infrastructure as much as those roads. If those roads are broken down, I can't get to work. If I don't have child care, I can't get to work. If we want to act like jobs are important, we have to start acting like child care is important. We're going to issue some executive orders, because you can do that without the super majorities say so, right? And we're going to tell them the National Guard needs to get off my streets in Memphis. And we're going to end our 287G agreement to tell ICE to get the hell out of my city too. We're going to make some appointments. I'm thinking that maybe we should have somebody at the head of the Department of Health that believes in science. I don't want to be looking sideways at salads anymore. I had one today and I was like, this is risky. I'm going on a long road trip. I think we should have somebody at the Department of Education that spent time in a classroom. I think when we get to the budget time, we can end the grocery tax and roll back just half of the tax breaks they gave to billionaires and corporations and pay for it. We can take the Medicaid expansion money, reopen our rural hospitals and make healthcare more affordable, more accessible. And we can end that voucher scheme and fully fund our public schools. That's the difference it can make. But it's going to take hard work, guys. I am not going to lie to you. Look, I am on the city council. I am the chief public defender in Shelby County now. I have a staff of 150 people. I have 3 children. They are 9, 14, and 16. That 14-year-old's a daughter, so yes, I'll take the God bless. If y'all have teenage daughters, you know.
I've got great grandkids now. I'm good.
I hear they become enjoyable at that point. Look, I am busy, and I am still out here doing this because it is too important not to. As Kay said, we can't just sit by anymore. But guys, this is the biggest group project we are ever going to work on. Do y'all remember group projects in school? Do you remember how pissed off you'd be when somebody wasn't pulling their weight? Don't make me mad at you. Whatever it is, however you plug in, we raised some hands earlier. I need you to do it. I need you to find a way, and I need you to find a way between now and August, and I need you to find a way August to November. Give me 1 hour a week. Give me 1 hour a week. 1 hour a week so that we can have better health outcomes for women and children. 1 hour a week so we can have better public schools. 1 hour a week so healthcare doesn't bankrupt families. 1 hour a week so we can stop fascism and not have to worry about the fall of democracy. Okay, let's just check if that's really something you're worried about. All right, I'm gonna give you a couple of things that my opponent says she's really worried about, and then I'm gonna check in on that democracy thing. Please raise your hand if you're really worried about China taking over Tennessee. Does it make you mad enough to crumble up and eat fortune cookies? No? Okay. That's strange. Nobody has ever mentioned that to me. I'm at 150 stops, not surprised. What about transgender swimming medals? Is that top of anybody's voting list? Okay. Who's worried about Stephen Miller's Project 2025 being shoved down our throats? Yeah. Who's worried about their immigrant neighbors being rounded up into prisons for profit? Who's worried about the fact that they're telling us what books we can read? Whether women are going to have full rights to vote? Guys, the fall of democracy is on the table. I say this all the time because I feel like Democrats are always, this is the most important election of your lifetime. Guys, this is the most important election of your lifetime. It really is. And Tennessee has the ability, this year in particular, if there ever was a year. Because look, you live here in a place that's been gerrymandered. I live in Memphis. They called a special session not to, better fund our schools because we're now 51st in the nation in that. Not to work on better health outcomes. Not to do anything to make us not #1 worst state to live in, which we are now. No, they did it to take away the voting power of Democrats, of Black Democrats in my city. Here's some great news. They can't gerrymander courage. They cannot redraw conviction. And they cannot erase the Democratic vote in Memphis or in Sumner County. We are going to show up in numbers like they've never seen before. While these ladies are fighting in gerrymandered maps, I do have to tell you one thing. You can't gerrymander a whole state. And we are likely going to be facing an opponent. Look, I don't care who comes out on the other side. Please pull a Democratic ballot. Don't pull a Republican ballot. We're going to have a guy who thinks that women should get the death penalty for taking the morning after pill that's a Christian white nationalist. Or we're going to have a guy who groomed his wife when she was in high school that's a multi-millionaire. Or we're going to have Marsha. I know, like I don't even have to go any further, do I? Somebody asked me one time, they're like, "You gonna do opposition research on her?" And I was like, "Do you mean her record?" Not a lot we have to do. And, you know, John Rose's biggest attack on her is what? She didn't kiss Donald Trump's enough. Because she certified the election. He's a January 6th truther. So I don't care who we have on the other side. We have the momentum. We have a moment in history. Donald Trump is more unpopular than ever. And they, like Kay was telling you, when we go out and talk to people, when we go out and knock doors or on phones, it's not just Democrats. It's not just independents. It's Republicans too that are saying, enough. I had a guy the other day, I was in Trousdale. Y'all know where Trousdale is? This part of the world, hi Trousdale. This part of the world knows because when I say that over in Memphis, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. We were in a little coffee shop, packed, not a seat open. The last person who came up to me, it was pouring down rain too. Saturday afternoon, Saturday or Sunday, I don't know, my days run together, y'all. Anyway, Sunday afternoon, people were there. Pouring down rain. The last guy came up to me, he said, I have always voted for Republicans. I won't tell you that I've been really politically active, but I've sort of been blindly following and voting Republican my whole life. He said, I live an hour from here. I drove here for an hour through the rain, and I got to drive an hour back in the rain. But I wanted to come and hear from you because I watched that Marsha Blackburn fortune cookie commercial, and I have been sick to my stomach since. And I need somebody that I can believe in. He said, my neighbor's going to freak out when they see your sign in my yard. We have an opportunity here that we might not see again for decades if we don't take advantage of it. So I need you to be a part of this group project. So I asked you who's done it before. Let's see who will do it again. Who would be willing to write postcards to help us reach rural voters? Who'd be keep your hands up. We're going to get everybody's hand. Who'd be willing to text bank to reach out to voters to tell them to get out to vote? Who'd be willing to phone bank to call people and let them know that an election's happening? Put them up high, y'all. Don't act like you're afraid. Who'd be willing to go knock doors with me? I knock doors every weekend. Talk to your neighbors and tell them this is the most important election of your lifetime. We can do this together. And I need you to do it with me. Those signs you have, they say, watch us, okay? They say that because usually when I give this speech, I've been here 5 times, I'm trying not to give the same speech. I say, you know, when people say that I'm an underdog, I say, I'm from Memphis, the hometown of St. Jude, where the doctors and the kids beat the odds every day. So I just tell them, watch me. I went to college at Knoxville. I watched Pat Head Summit outwork every opponent, and her kids do it too. Every one of them graduated. And so when people tell me this is going to take hard work, I say I learned from the best. Watch me. I went to Georgetown Law School, which is maybe a better degree than a home ec degree from Mississippi State. Just saying. It's a random example. I don't know why y'all are yelling. I left Georgetown Law School not to go work in a big corporate firm and make a 6-figure job, but to become a public defender and give back. And it was just me, my child client who lived in poverty, who had every challenge and trauma that you can imagine, and the Constitution. That's all I had against the state of Tennessee and every resource they could throw against us every day, and I never lost a case. So when people say I'm not going to be able to do this because I won't have the same resources, I say, watch me. But the thing is, it is not just watch me, it is watch us. So say it with me. Watch us. So when people tell you that Jerri Green, she's great, she's kind of funny sometimes, but she's just too much of an underdog. You know, she's just a city councilwoman from Memphis. She's going to be going against people who have millions of dollars, that have name recognition. She's just an underdog. She can't win this. What are y'all going to say? What? That's right, because you're going to go out there and phone bank and knock doors and talk to voters. And that's what's going to change this. When people tell you that I'll never have the same money as Marsha Blackburn, well, first off, you can tell them they're right. Because 95% of my donations come from in-state, while 70% of hers come from out-of-state. Hers are all corporate special interest PACs. Mine are individuals. And I not only outraised the Democrats that I'm running against, I outraised John Rose and Monty Fritz in individual contributions, and my average contribution is still just $41. They're right. I'm not taking APAC money. I've got a proud F from the NRA. I'm not taking core civic dollars. They're right. I'm never going to have the money that they have. But I have you, so what are y'all going to say? That's right, because people vote, not dollars. And we're going to show up in numbers that it's too big to rig. And when they tell you that it's going to take just too much work, it's impossible. It's impossible to flip this state. It's too hard. What are you going to say? Come here, give me. We're gonna get these people. All right, look, we're gonna do this. Alex, bring me my phone. We're gonna start with the group project right now because I didn't believe any of that. Okay. I need everybody to stand up and come get in the middle.
Stand up. You can.
Come on over. And I'll bring your signs. That's important. Bring the signs. Bring it in. Because we're about to show the rest of the state what Sumner County is about. Are y'all ready for this? If you don't have a sign, get a sign. You should probably have a sign. Man, maybe he's falling down on the job. Maybe he's too busy passing out signs to get her own sign. We're going to show the rest of the state, because they ask me all the time, whether I'm up in the mountains or I'm out by the Mississippi, they say, "Have you ever seen any other Democrats out there in these small towns? Are there any Democrats anywhere?" And I'm like, yes, there's a lot of them. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to say one more time, this is hard, this is impossible, and y'all are going to say watch us like you actually mean it. And then I want you to make a lot of noise, okay? You ready?
Yes.
One person's doing well in the group project. We're going to get an A. Everybody follow his lead. All right. I'm here in Sumner County, and people are telling us this race is too hard to win. That there's no way, it's impossible. What do you say, Sumner? It's not impossible. And with their help, I'll be the next governor of the great state of Kentucky.